In this video, we're diving into the use of multiple useEffect hooks in React. We'll explore why it's beneficial to use more than one useEffect in your components, and how it can lead to cleaner, more maintainable code. We will also discuss some best practices to follow when using multiple useEffect hooks. Why should you use multiple useEffect hooks? There are two key benefits. First, separation of concerns. Each useEffect hook can handle a specific responsibility. This makes your code more organized and easier to understand. Second, better maintainability. It becomes easier to debug, test, and modify individual effects without affecting other parts of your component. Let's examine an anti-pattern, using a single useEffect hook to manage multiple unrelated tasks. In this example, you can see how multiple concerns are mixed together within one useEffect. It fetches user data, sets up a WebSocket connection, and tracks page views all in one go. This can lead to code that is hard to read, debug, and maintain. Dependencies like user ID is connected, and analytics further complicate things. Here's a better approach, using separate useEffect hooks for each task. The first useEffect focuses solely on fetching user data, and it only runs when the user ID changes. The second useEffect is dedicated to setting up the WebSocket connection, and it runs when the isConnected status changes. By separating these concerns, the code becomes much cleaner and easier to manage. Here's a practical example of data fetching using multiple useEffect hooks. The first useEffect is responsible for fetching the user profile. It calls the fetchUserProfile function with the user ID, and then sets the user data. This effect runs whenever the user ID changes. Similarly, the second useEffect fetches the user's posts using the fetchUserPost function, and sets the post's data. Again, this effect runs only when the user ID changes. This separation makes it clear what each effect is doing and when it is triggered. Here are more examples of using useEffect for different side effects. The first useEffect sets up a window resize listener. It defines a handlerSize function that updates the window size and attaches it to the Windows resize event. The cleanup function removes the event listener when the component unmounts, preventing memory leaks. The second useEffect sets up an autosave timer using setInterval. Calls the autosave function every 30,000 milliseconds, that is, every 30 seconds. The cleanup function clears the interval when the component unmounts, ensuring that the timer doesn't continue to run in the background. Let's look at some best practices for using multiple useEffect hooks. First, one concern per useEffect. Each useEffect should handle only one specific task. Second, always clean up side effects. Make sure to include a cleanup function to prevent memory leaks and unexpected behavior. Third, use specific dependency arrays. Only include the dependencies that are actually needed for each effect. Fourth, group related effects logically. Keep effects that are related to each other close together in your code. To summarize, multiple useEffect hooks enable cleaner and more maintainable React components. Each effect should handle a single responsibility with specific dependencies. By following these principles, you can write more organized and efficient React code. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.